So many of you guys asked for this video, and today is the day I am finally reviewing the new Le Skin Serum Foundation by MPH, by celebrity makeup artist Mary Phillips. I've got the foundation, I've got the underpainting palette for the signature technique, so I'm going to be using both, and I'm going to be using them in different ways, just the foundation, also the underpainting technique. I'm going to do a wear test. We're going to go over all the details. I'm really excited about this one. I hope this wears well. I've had my eyes on it, and I know you've had your eyes on it for quite some time. So today's the day. Here is the video. Let's get right on it. And I've got nothing more to say because I am just that excited to get this to you. Let's go. All right, so there we have it. Le Skin Serum Foundation by MPH, celebrity makeup artist Mary Phillips. This is a $49 foundation available at Sephora. Natural finish, medium coverage, long wearing, and it includes some hyaluronic acid, also some niacinamide. I know not a lot of people like niacinamide, but my skin, because it's an oily skin type, because I have some texture, some acne scars, things like that, my skin kind of likes niacinamide, even if it's in foundations. Also, this is clean at Sephora, and it's supposed to work with the Mary Phillips signature underpainting technique using the underpainting palette, which I also have, which I also will be using. I kind of want to try out this foundation in two different ways, just by itself on one side of the face and also with the underpainting technique on the other side of the face. So there are 35 shades of this, which I think is super impressive for a new brand. I think 35 is impressive for most brands actually, but for a new brand, it's really cool. Really cool. Lots of undertones, and the undertone that I have here is olive. Actually, the shade is medium 130O, which stands for olive. I also just realized I should have probably gotten the light, but I don't know. I wasn't really thinking. It was a Sephora sale going on. I knew you guys wanted to watch this video, so, you know, I used my coupon. It was actually handed to me literally on the very same day that I ordered it, which I had no idea that Sephora even does this during the sale. But anyways, very cool. Next up, let's very quickly talk about this underpainting face highlight and contour palette. This is $64 and it's a cream formula. It includes 5 shades, 2 of which are sort of like contour or underpainting bronzing shades. 2 are supposed to be highlighters, which I did not know when ordering this. I thought these were supposed to be like kind of skin tone concealers. Anyways, and 1 corrector, and I got it in shade medium. It comes in 3 shades, light, medium, and deep. And I realize now that in order to truly do Mary's signature underpainting technique, I should have probably gotten the light. Anyways, the moment that I got this handed to me in my Sephora bag, I immediately was reminded of a palette that is very near and dear to me, the original Motives Mavens Sculpt and Bronze palette. This one. We actually had 2 palettes, one that was a cool palette and also a warm palette. If you have been following me for a very long time, then you know exactly what this is. This is my very first collab with Motives from like 2014, 2015, and this product did so well for the brand. We actually released it later in a mini version, and I remember at that time Instagram had just come out with videos, and I remember doing a video with this product, and I truly believe my video was the very first contouring video on Instagram. I know there were probably some on YouTube, but on IG, that video went crazy viral. So many brands, so many pages, repost pages reposted it, and it was like a really big deal for Motives and also for us. But the reason why I bring this up is not only does this remind me of this, also it kind of doesn't, because the way that we used to think of contouring and highlighting and underpainting back then was to actually sculpt the entire face with kind of heavy paints, and you can see it in my original video. These colors were very pigmented and very potent. So the difference here in 2026, which is literally like 12 years later, is that these are actually supposed to be sheer to medium. These are supposed to blend with the foundation. So it's a slightly different technique, slightly updated or modernized, if you will. And I've seen Mary do this technique. I've seen it live. I believe she teamed up with like Makeup Forever or another brand, maybe NARS, a couple of years ago, and I definitely went to that masterclass and I watched her do this technique. Very cool, very polished, very like structural, modern, and exactly how you get that super chiseled but not masculine, for lack of a better word, contoured look in the present day. Anyways, that is enough talking. I want to get this rolling. So I'm going to use this brush. This is a oldie but a goodie. Perfect Face is what it says. I actually have no idea where this brush is from, but it's the brush that I have and that's what I'm going to be using. First, I'm going to pick up just a bit of that contour shade. And if you don't know the underpainting technique, you can definitely go on IG and watch Mary Phillips do it. She kind of like pulls out the eye here and then she rounds out the forehead. This is indeed very, very sheer, much sheerer than what I'm used to. And the formula is balmy, but it's not greasy. I'm gonna do the same thing to the cheek, kind of like parallel to this eye lift situation and a little bit under the jaw. All right, so here we have one side of the face, just a bit sculpted. Next, I'm gonna take the smaller side of the brush and dip it into the color corrector. I'm gonna kind of erase all of my darkness under my eye. This shade is actually the reason why I got the medium palette and not the light, because this is the shade of the color corrector that I typically use for my under eye. So I kind of neglected the fact that the other two were supposed to be highlighters. I'm gonna grab another brush and kind of chisel out the nose. I went a little heavy-handed there. But that's okay because this is so creamy and so lightweight. You could literally just kind of fix it with your finger. Let's see, these are made in the USA and the foundation is made in Italy. I'm gonna reach for the lighter shade, although it may not be a highlighter on me, it may be closer to a concealer, but I am gonna use it around the nose just to kind of even out this area. Actually, not too bad. Essentially, I'm cleaning up the contour and I'm giving it that nice chisel. All right, so then what we see her do in her videos, she kind of just buffs everything lightly, but not too lightly. She literally doesn't spend longer than 2 minutes on this buffing, if at all. Next, she picks up the foundation. It says here to shake well, so I'm gonna make sure I do so. I'm gonna add just one pump to my palm. One pump doesn't really give you a lot. It's a true pump. And then with my IT Cosmetics Complexion Perfection brush, I'm just gonna load it up on that brush, really cover all the bristles. And essentially, I'm going to be melting the underpainting with the foundation. Wow, I gotta say, the shade match here is really good. I am impressed. I'm so glad this is the shade that I picked. You can kind of still see that structure underneath the foundation, but you really no longer see the lines. All right, so let me go ahead and apply that to my forehead. I'm gonna go for one more pump and just melt everything together. Okay, off the bat, I can tell that this is a very fluid, very lightweight type of foundation that imitates skin, which a lot of people will like. If you're not used to the underpainting technique, that'll definitely take just a little bit of time to get the hang of it. And of course, you don't need to use it if you don't want to. I am realizing that 2 pumps of foundation is a little bit too much for me at the moment. I wish I would have done like a pump and a half because I still have quite a bit of product and I am just desperate to get rid of whatever is on my brush. And it's true, the way that this just blends and melts with the underpainting creams is quite seamless. You can tell that these two were formulated to work together, to really work as one. Even though one is made in USA and the other one is made in Italy, so two different labs, but you can just tell that a lot of thought went into this. All right, so now that we've done this side of the face, here we go. Nice and sculpted, not too much, just enough. Let's go to this side of the face, ignore the top. Just gonna use whatever's remaining here on my palm and apply it to the rest of my cheek. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze out a tiny bit more, just a tiny little drop, just for some added coverage. But man, off the bat, I gotta say this is beautiful. This actually looks like skin. This is enough coverage for little imperfections like dark spots like I had on my cheek. Don't really need to double up. And what I specifically love is the balance between matte and dewy. Like this isn't an oily type of foundation. Actually, when I heard serum foundation, I was just a little bit hesitant because my skin doesn't really love the idea of a serum foundation. I find that they are just a little too hydrating, a little bit too greasy feeling, at least all the ones that I've tried. Like the NATASHA DENONA that I wanted to love so bad, but it just was a little too slippery, a little too glidey on my face, or rather on my oily skin. But this I find is grippy enough, yet it is natural looking enough that it actually imitates real skin. At first impression, I am impressed. There is something different about this one. And I don't say that often, but I like both sides. I like the underpainting technique, and I like just the fresh face with no underpainting technique. I think both have a time and place, both look good. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys a close-up. Okay, do you see what I mean? It's not overly shiny, it's not overly greasy. It just has this really nice balancing effect. It doesn't look like too much makeup. Is it me? Or is this truly something shockingly different? I don't know. Of course, we're gonna have to see how this wears. I'm gonna apply just a little bit of concealer on top of that corrector. I'm gonna use the Tarte one, like the slightest little amount, just to brighten a bit. I also wanna see how this pairs with other liquid concealers, especially if the color correcting is just not enough for you, if you need more. So far, so good. And now I'm gonna go for the Hourglass Veil, just to set everything together. One more close-up. This is the powdered down close-up. And I gotta say, I am pretty impressed. I like what I see. It feels extremely lightweight on the skin, not like a mask, not heavy at all. Just almost like I put 5 seconds into putting my face together. Kind of like how I do for the gym. Basically just a little bit of a skin tint and maybe like a spray down of a one mist of setting spray. I don't know. There's no stickiness. I love the way that it kind of just melted with my skin. It still looks like my skin, just a little bit more put together. You got like 2 minutes to give me a quick judgment of how my skin looks. What do you think of my complexion?
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like the color match. I like the finish. It's very natural.
Right?
Doesn't look like it's that, you know?
But kind of glam, no? Maybe I'm putting words in your mouth?
Yeah, I think I always associate glam with like full coverage, full,
I see.
You know, the whole works. Mm-hmm. You know, but yeah, can be.
I feel like with the chisel, I don't know if you noticed, but on this side of the face, I have a little bit of an underpainting technique, so you can kind of see like some contouring. This side of the face doesn't have it.
A bit.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, going along the.
Yeah, I did not do that here, but I feel like
That side is more glammy than.
right. I think like maybe the underpainting technique along with the foundation just kind of snatched everything up. Anyways,
It's so subtle. It's so beautiful. Actually, it's really nice.
thank you. All right. I literally just like gave the entire judgment myself. Everything that I wanted to hear from him, I just bulldozed over. I'm sorry, but so far so good. Of course, we have to see how this wears. I am going to cue in that good old time warping music and I am going to test it. I'm going to apply this the exact same way tomorrow. I'm going to show you what this looks like in daylight with the underpainting and without, and then we'll do a full day wear test. Are you ready? I'm ready. Time warping music, please. Hey guys, it is the very next day. We are in direct sun, up close and personal, and this is what the foundation looks like. I've had it on for about an hour. This side of the face with just the foundation, this side of the face with the little bit of underpainting on my forehead as well. And I gotta say, it is looking pretty promising. I like it even more in daytime. Seeing it in real light just really makes me appreciate how skin-like, how perfecting, how just natural and easy it looks. Let's see how this wears. I'm back, 6-hour wear test of the MPH Le Skin Serum Foundation. Here we are 6 hours later, and this is what we are looking like. Honestly, under this unflattering light, the skin looks damn decent. Really nice. You can't see any breakouts. Not that I have any at the moment, but overall, the complexion looks so natural and so glowy, not cakey and heavy whatsoever. This side of the face, just a little bit more oily, I think due to the fact that I did the underpainting technique on this side. And so, I don't know, maybe there's just a touch more product here. And so this side of the face just produced more oil, whereas here it just looks so gorgeous and glowing and just radiant from within. I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed. This might be my new go-to. I think for 6 hours, this is looking really, really good. The only thing I will say is that the cream product, highlighter or corrector, concealer, whatever you want to call this, in this palette is a bit incompatible with my Tarte Shape Tape. And that concealer, honestly, is compatible with just about anything. But adding this underneath, specifically in the under eye, made my Tarte concealer crease really badly. So throughout the day, I had to kind of pat it out and blend it out several times just to make it look okay. Not that I really needed to. I've actually been home all day. I'm not feeling too great today. It's that time of the month. It's the first day. So I'm just trying to weather the storm. But yeah, no, the skin is looking really good. This foundation definitely impressed me. I mean, inches away from the phone, like so close I can touch the screen. I'm just like, and I'm not even ashamed. I'm not even embarrassed. Like, look at it. It's here and it looks so good. Wow. Mary Phillips and team, you guys did that for a first launch. This is incredible. This is beyond incredible. There are heritage brands that don't even come out with something this great off the bat, you know, or even when they try to extend their shade ranges or introduce a new product to the collection. I mean, this kind of thing hardly ever happens. I am loving it. I'm going to continue wearing it. This is definitely going in my arsenal. I'm going to reach for it tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually our Swatch model's birthday. So we are going out and this is what I'm going to be wearing. So that is my truth. That is my video. That is my review. That is my wear test. I hope you guys are here for it. It is late, so I'm going to go wash this face and I'm going to say farewell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you want to see next. Peace out. I'm out. Mwah. Bye. Love you guys.